Hey friends, Paloma here and welcome to the Bates House. Today I'm coming at you with a quick Dollar Tree haul. There are quite a few items in this haul, but there's a lot of them that are of one category, so it's not gonna take too long, but I'm excited to show you the things that I was able to find. Starting off with some personal care, I'm just gonna come straight out and tell you, look at what I found. Gosh. I think all of my previous videos, I just rave about any new serums that I find in this style or version because they are magical. But I always complain that I have not found the hyaluronic acid in years, and the hyaluronic acid is awesome. Absolutely love it. Well, OMG, y'all. They have a hyaluronic acid out again. I am so excited. What this is, let's see if you can get it focused. It is the Skin Nutrition's Glow Up Hyaluronic Acid 2% plus Rice Ferment Night Booster. Hyaluronic acid, amazing. I literally have been on the hunt since I found them years ago. They have it out. So if you see it, snag it, especially because it has rice ferment in there. Y'all, yes, that's good for your skin, for your hair, for everything. So 100% recommend you pick that up. If you find it, grab it. Next, I found some Optimax purple whitening strips. My kiddos are always asking me for stuff like this. I'm not a really big fan of it, but Optimax purple whitening strips conceals yellow stains, 30 minutes treatment, easy to use, 2 free strips, 6 strips total, 3 treatments, correct color whitening strips. So it's just a whitening strip, and supposedly purple is supposed to counteract yellow, which makes your teeth look even more vibrant and white. I did pick up 4 of these to have in my house for my older kids because, I don't know, they're determined to whiten their teeth. I already told them, I warned them about sensitivity. I already warned them about all the things, so they know not to get crazy with it. Also, to add into our personal care cabinet, because there's 85 people in this house, I picked up a, 5-pack of toothbrushes in the medium because you don't want the soft. The soft is way too soft. So I picked up 5 of these. I was glad that they were in medium and not soft. Dollar Tree has the aluminum-free deodorant, and I use both versions. I do like the one that has the white packaging with the very neutral coloring labels. It looks very clean. That's the one that actually works really well for me, and I use it every single day at the gym. So it's ideal for working out because you're gonna sweat anyways. But what happens is if you wear a regular antiperspirant, which is to prevent you from sweating, and you have to sweat and you go to the gym or something like that, it stinks. But if you use a deodorant, which is just to prevent body odors, it is not the same as an antiperspirant. You'll still sweat, but it won't stink. So you can go places and not have to worry about stinking. And then when you wipe yourself, you don't have that super film of strong deodorant that's trying to clog your pores so you don't sweat. You don't have all that problem. Extra Care Original Fresh aluminum free 24-hour protection deodorant with moisturizing. It's moisturizing cream infused, and they smell good. So I just picked these up, one for my car. It's a roll-on and not a gel that I have to worry about, getting destroyed in this Texas heat. And then, speaking of smell good, guys, these are awesome. So it is the Great Scents Diaper Pale Spray, clean and plant-derived ingredients in lavender bergamot. This smells awesome. So these are perfect for having in your bathroom. Just keep it by the toilet or by the sink or whatever on a shelf. Spray it in your bathroom. It's perfect for entryways or small hallways or whatever. Just small areas that you want to freshen up the scent really quick. That is fantastic. Or even keep it around your trash can, something like that. Those are great. Highly recommend. Pick those up. And then a repurchase are these Personal Care Pink Peppercorn and Peony Foaming Hand Soaps. Again, highly recommend. These are great. I love having them. I have one in each of the areas of my house right now, but the kitchen one is empty and our bathroom one is empty. So I did pick up 2 of those to replace the other ones. I am not a Dollar Tree candle fan because so far I have not found Dollar Tree candles that actually last as far as the $1.25 candles, and they're typically very small. But this is a full-size candle in the Cozy Place line, which is fairly not fairly new, but they've been putting out like a lot more products in the Cozy Place line, like the wax melts and the room sprays. Room sprays, not a fan. They smell like candy, can't do it. But this is actually the grapefruit and sweet orange candle with naturally derived essential oils. And it's a full size, product. So I'm excited for that. I feel like it can do fine in a bathroom. We will see how that works out. But I love that. So yeah, hopefully they smell good and they do better than the ones that we've kind of gotten to know and not really love. Next, for some cosmetic stuff, I am super excited because they have all kinds of new nails. Now, I am not a huge purchaser of all the things, but when they have magical, fantastical, amazing, gorgeous nails, I will absolutely pick them up. I am wearing a set right now. It doesn't do it justice to like look at it on camera, but when you look at these things, they look like they're a freaking galaxy. Like you can see so much reflective beautifulness in these nails. I absolutely love these. And then I saw they brought out a new color, which I'm super stoked about. Plus, they brought back the other colors that they had. So that's exciting. I picked up one in the lavender pinky color, and then one in the light blue, and then one in this gorgeous, like really dark blue. It is beautiful. I got compliments already all day today on my nails. Absolutely love. I mean, these have already been on for a little bit, so you know they're already coming out, but really pretty nails for $1.25. I did pick up these. They did have the nail tips and polish by LA Colors. Now, I was really excited about these because I loved the pink ones and the blue ones. I did try the neon yellow, and though they are fun, they're kind of translucent, so you can see the nail glue flaws underneath, which kind of sucks. It kind of ruins the cute look because then you don't want everybody looking all close to your nails, you know? Yeah, anyway, so it's a nail set, and then they give you the coordinating nail polish for your toes. And then I got this orange one. I'm hoping the orange does better because it's darker. We shall see. Though it was really adorable. So, you know, it's just like look from afar, you know, that kind of thing. But I do want to try these. I'm excited for that. I do like summer fun colors. And then I did pick up one of each of the LA Color gel nail-ons. Gel-like shine 12-piece nail tips plus nail glue in 4 colors. So I picked up this gorgeous little coral set. Love that. Sometimes I like having short nails. This baby blue. Beautiful, beautiful set. And then this hot pink. It is summertime, guys. Even though I love black, black is my soul color, I am all about fun nails. And then we got this tealy kind of blue. Next is this by B Color. I thought these were adorable. It is a press-on set with these little combination color tips. You have the floral patterns, and then you have the blue and pink tips. But overall, out of all the different sets, I have to say that these are my favorites. They look gorgeous when you are up in there and like close. Like it looks like a freaking, I don't know, like you're looking into space. They are just so pretty and so shimmery, but they have like depth to them. I don't even know how to explain it, but they're amazing. Okay, so this is the part that I'm super excited about. I went in recently and they had books. They had so many new books. Starting off, I have been filling in my book journal that I hauled recently. This is the Dollar Tree book journal, and it says books are romance, thrillers, fantasy, and magic. And it's so cute, really sweet. You can find these online on different websites and stuff. They have different versions, but this is pretty simple, self-explanatory, and to the point. If you've never done a book journal, then it's a good starting point. But I did add something to my book journal, and I figured since I'm filling it in, it is from Dollar Tree, maybe you didn't see that last haul, I'll just show you really quick what it's like. So my book journal started on June 22nd, and I've read three books since then, and I've listened to one audiobook, and I am in the third book of this series. So anyway, I did add one thing. So the book opens up like this. It says daily reading, and I've checked them off for every day. And you have your actual review section. So it says title, author, rating, length. I put chapters or pages, and then it says genre, dates read, my favorite character, least favorite character, describe the book in 3 words, the most surprising moment, my review, and favorite quotes. And this one was an audiobook. So there was 54 chapters in this audiobook. So this is gonna sound insane, okay? My brain goes all day long, every day, all day. And if I'm not distracted by something, I will have 8 million conversations in my head. And sometimes I just don't feel like talking in that many different directions. So if I'm listening to something, I would rather take in knowledge and information or be absorbed into something while I do other things, if that makes any sense. So sometimes I feel like thinking and sometimes I don't. And in the times that I don't, I will listen to an audiobook while I do life. I'll have an audiobook going, and then at nighttime, I'll read an actual book. So, or on my free time, or depending on whatever I feel like doing. So there's usually 2 books going at a time. I know that sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy. But anyway, so like for those of you that come on here and like you talk too much, you don't know the half of it, okay? You don't know the half. Anyway, so here's my review, and this one is favorite quotes. And in this story, she called them a dry waffle, and it was freaking hilarious. So that's what it does. It's just repetitive as far as your review goes and the different things that you are reading. And it just repeats like that all the way until the end, I believe. Yeah, all the way until the end. But in the beginning of the book, I did add a book buying list. So books that I've purchased recently since filling in this journal. Don't judge. Don't judge. Y'all don't know everything about me, okay? This one says books purchased log plus audiobooks. So it also includes audiobooks that I'm listening to while I'm reading my books. I know, okay? Don't even. You don't have to tell me about me, okay? I did add a little grid kind of situation here to document all of that. Since the 22nd, I have read these, and I'm in the process of finishing this one. So yeah, great series. But these are from Amazon. This is from Goodwill. So when I saw all of these fantastical magical books at Dollar Tree, I went through, y'all, I had like 30 books in my cart to read through all of them and see which ones I wanted. And these were the ones that I picked. Okay, this one, y'all, I'm having the hardest time. It has like 30-page chapters. The beginning is like rambling on, almost as though you have to read the first books. It's relying on you building a relationship through previous books because it's not establishing much of anything in relationship. In the beginning of this book, it's a lot of talking, a lot of rambling, a lot of people, a lot of things happening, and there's no connection. I have 0 connection, and I've read 3 chapters, which is freaking 100 pages. Not really. Let's see. Chapter 3 starts on page 57. And I'm having the hardest time, y'all. Like, I feel like I have to go. But if I don't like this one book, why am I going to buy an entire series of books? So I am going to give it another chance to actually start over. I'm just going to start over. I think because the book that I had just recently read really ruined it. I was so consumed by that other book that I don't think I was ready to jump into this one. So I'm going to restart this book and give it another chance. But this is Burn Bright. I'm pretty sure it's like the last book. And this is my Dollar Tree bow bobby pin that I use as a bookmark, which is kind of cute. All right, moving on past that, I have other books here. So we're gonna move fast through this part. I found this one. It says Through the Dark by Alexandra Bracken. Here it says, a desperate young man is forced to make a terrible choice between his own survival and the future of a little girl who won't speak, but who changes his life in ways he can never imagine, like Wolverine. So yeah, I picked that one up. Excited to add that to my collection. This one is In a Quiet Town by Amber Garza. This one looks really cool. It says, in this chilling new novel, a woman discovers that her estranged daughter is missing, but no one believes her until she meets a man claiming to be her daughter's fiance. OMG. So got that one. This one I actually picked up again because my son came over, my oldest, and he was like, yeah, I'm trying to get into reading more and this and that. And we were looking through all the books that I had, and he picked this one. And I was like, well, just go ahead and take it because it was a Dollar Tree book. So if I find it again, I'll just buy it again for myself. So he has the original one that I bought, but this is a Netflix series, Six of Crows. A convict with a thirst for revenge, a sharpshooter who can't walk away from a wager, a runaway with a privileged past, a spy known as the Wraith. Sorry, I got a bright glare here. Heart trender using her magic to survive the slums, a thief with a gift for unlikely escapes. Casbreaker and his crew are the only ones who might stand between the world and destruction if they don't kill each other first. Wow, so serious. So it looks like as far as the Six of Crows goes, there's 2 books that are related, and then the adventure continues in King of Scars, Rule of Wolves. So the good thing is that out of these 2 books, this is the first book between these 2. So that looks like an awesome read. And then I found this one. It says, Never Rescue a Rogue. Diana and Giles only tolerate one another for the sake of their nearest and dearest. Everyone believes that the 2 of them would be meant to be together, but Diana and Giles know that their constant pithy barbs come from a shared disdain, not a hidden attraction. Diana loves the freedom of working at the newspaper too much to give it up for marriage, and Giles is happily married to his bachelor lifestyle, but they do have one thing in common: the secrets they can't risk escaping. Oh my gosh. So I did pick that one up. It says, if you want to remain an independent woman, never rescue a rogue. I got this one. I got this one because like it says My Policeman on it. And if you're new here, welcome. My hubby is a popo. All right, so it says, now a motion picture starring Harry Styles and Emma Corrin, an exquisitely told tragic tale of thwarted love. Oh my gosh. In 1950s Brighton, that Marion first catches sight of Tom. He teaches her to swim, gently guiding her through the water in the shadow of the city's famous pier, and Marion is smitten, determined her love alone will be enough for them both. A few years later, Tom meets Patrick, a curator of the Brighton Museum, Travel and Beauty. Tom is their policeman, and in this age, it is safer for him to marry Marion than meet Patrick in secret. What? The 2 lovers must share him until one of them breaks and 3 lives are destroyed. What? Inspired by the real-life relationship of novelist E.M. Foster with the policeman Bob Buckingham and his wife, May. My Policeman is a deeply heartfelt... Okay, so I actually picked it up just because it said My Policeman, but whoa there. I feel like we need to have a review. We need to know what's happening in this. Does that not feel like a lot of chisme? I feel like that's chisme all day. So yeah, I'll let you know. All right, and then next, We All Love Beautiful Girls by Joanne something. It says, who suffers when privilege fall? One frigid winter night, Mia and Michael Slate's comfortable world dissolves in an instant when they discover that their best friend has cheated them out of their life savings. At the same time, at a party a few doors down, their teenage son makes a mistake whose consequences will shatter not just their family, but entire community. Wow. And then I got this one, Amanda Quick. The lady has a past. Don't they all? Speaking for myself. All right. Beauty and glamour meet deception and revenge in this electrifying novel by New York Times bestselling author Amanda Quick. Investigative apprentice Lyra is the newest resident of Burning Cove, is unsettled when her boss suddenly disappears. Lyra knows something has happened to Raina Kirk, and she tracks down Raina's last known appearance at an exclusive hotel and health spa. The health spa is known for its luxurious offerings and prestigious clientele, and the wealthy socialite background Lyra desperately wanted to leave behind is perfect for this undercover job. What Lyra lacks in investigative experience, she makes up for gut instinct. Of course, it's intuition, just like natural intuition. And her gut isn't happy that she's saddled with a partner by Luther Pell, Raina's dangerous lover, who wants to bring in someone with more experience to help. So That looks like a good one. This one, I got this one. It says Lauren Blackwood, Wild Blood, Never Portray a Wild Heart. This one actually looks pretty interesting. It says 18-year-old Victoria is a wild blood. Since she was kidnapped at the age of 6, Victoria has been forced to use her magic to guide and protect travelers in the Jamaican jungle, teeming with ghostly monsters. Her magic is the most powerful of anyone on the team, making her the perfect choice to protect a valuable new client. So that looks cool. And then we have the Swell. This one says, 3 years ago, surfer Kenna Ward lost her 2 great loves after her boyfriend drowned. She hung up her surfboard and swore off the water for good, but she is drawn back to the beach when her best friend Mickey announces her sudden engagement to a man Kenna has never met. Ma'am, how are you best friends? Kenna travels with Mickey and her fiance to a remote Australian beach, entering a dangerous world where the waves, weather, and tides are all that matter, and meeting the reclusive group who will do anything to keep their surf spot a secret. The coastal paradise has a dark side, and Kenna is shocked by the extremes the surfers are prepared to go to for the next thrill. When she learns about a mysterious death and disappearances within the group, her suspicion is heightened. Soon, Kenna realizes that in order to protect Mickey and herself, she must become one of them without becoming the next to go missing. So that's cool. This is author of The Bolt, Alan Heathcock, 40. That looks cool, doesn't it? All right, this one says, in a future America ravaged by natural disaster, pandemic, a political unrest, and fundamentalist faction emerges. I got a few names. As the Nave Terre gain power, enticing civilians with bread and circuses, a civil war breaks out between its members in the U.S. government. Okay, so definitely a political kind of situation. I want to read that. And then I found this one. It says Vampire Weekend by Mike Chen. My son said that he also wanted to read this one. I should have picked up another one. It says, everything you've heard about vampires is a lie. They can't fly, no murders allowed, the community hates that, and turning into a bat, completely ridiculous. In fact, vampire life is really just a lot of blood bags and night jobs. For Louise Chow, it's lonely since she swore off family ages ago. At least she's gone to decades of punk rock shows, and if she can join a band of her own while keeping her situation under wraps, maybe she'll feel like she belongs too. Then a long-last teenage relative shows up at her door. Whether it's Ian's love of music or his bad attitude, for the first time in ages, Louise feels a connection. But as Ian uncovers Louise's true identity, things get dangerous, especially when he asks for the ultimate favor, one that goes beyond just family, and one might change everything vampires know about life and death forever. So that's kind of cool. I'm gonna read that one. And the last one we have is Crowbones by Anna Bishop. This one says, deep in the territory controlled by other shapeshifters, vampires, and even deadlier paranormal beings, Vicky Devine has made a new life for herself running the Jumble, a rustic resort. When she decides to host a gathering of friends and guests for a trickster night, at first everything is going well between humans and others, but then someone arrives dressed as Crowbones, the Crow Guard boogeyman. When the imposter is killed along with the shape-shifting crow and the deaths are clearly connected, everyone fears that the real Crowbones might have to come to the Jumble, and that could mean serious trouble. To encourage humans to help them find some answers, the elders and elementals close the roads, locking in suspects and victims alike. Now Vicky, human police chief Grimshaw, vampire lawyer Laya, and their friends have to figure out who is manipulating events designed to pit humans against others, and who may have to put Vicky Devine in the crosshairs of a powerful hunter. So yeah, I got that. So that was a fun little book haul. I actually have several more books from other places, and I think it's been a really good book week. That being said, I do hope you enjoyed the first part of this haul, if that was your thing, and if you enjoy books, let me know. Let me know when it comes to books, if you want to see those like in their own videos, or do you enjoy reading, like hearing the introductions? So that way, if you spot the book, you'll be like, oh, I remember that one. Let me pick it up and read it, and you won't have to sit there and figure it out yourself. All right, guys, so that is it for this Dollar Tree haul. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down below. Let me know what your favorite find was, or let me know about the book situation. Let me know if you want books to be read as far as the intros go and shown so you know what's out there. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell on your way out to be notified of new videos whenever I post. I do have a Dollar Tree craft supplies haul coming soon, and I am going to be working on that glue test with the faux leather. So definitely subscribe if you want to come back for videos like that. You can follow me on my social media on Instagram at the Bates House, hashtag Bates House, pretty much anything, and I will be there. But for now, guys, that is it for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.